From Abilene, Texas, it's the Western Athletic Conference, and it's on ESPN+. March is here. Let the madness begin. The final week of the regular season and a conference championship on the line. California Baptist, Abilene Christian from Moody Coliseum. And for the final time from Moody Coliseum, we say WAC basketball on a Thursday night. Glad you're with us. Welcome in. Roman Raffelli, I am Andy Penny. And hey, we say save those best for last, Roman, and here we are. The top two teams in the preseason rankings. They've held true to form the first 16 games. We'll play it out on the court for a championship.
And you're exactly right. The last Western Athletic Conference game in Moody Coliseum, it couldn't be a better one. The 1 and 2 teams fighting for those 1 and 2 spots here tonight. Should be a good one between two teams who have split the series. We got a rubber match to end the season.
Both teams have an opportunity. They control their own destiny for a conference championship. We'll play that out. We'll let you know about that as the evening continues. Roman, let's look at our impact players. We start with CBU. We're going to go ahead and tab her the WAC Freshman of the Year. It's Lauren Olson.
Hands down, she's got that support from her head coach, Coach Olson. Lauren Olson here, 16 points against Tarleton State coming off that one. She's been huge for the Lancers all season long, the freshman guard. 15-6 on the season. That's her scoring average, 80% from the free throw line. She just does it all. She runs the offense effectively, gives this team exactly what it needs whenever it needs it.
Lauren Olson going to be big tonight for the Lancers. For the Wildcats, we flip sides and we flip the script. It's senior night for Bree Davis, the senior, the point guard. She's had a fantastic year.
Yeah, Bree Davis tabbed the epitome of team first wins. That's the motto this team lives. It's season by. It's exactly what they focus to do every single game, and she's at the heart of it. Sure, the stats may not jump off the page, but she does exactly what this team needs when it needs it. Drives it well, leads the offense, leads the defense, plays with 100% of her ability and her skill level.
Big shot to win the game versus Utah Valley on Saturday. And that gets us to where we are in the WAC standings. Again, it's the top two teams. They were there at the preseason. They're there now. CBU with a win tonight. They're the outright conference championship. ACU a win tonight and a win Saturday versus UTA. They'll claim the conference championship and the #1 seed in Las Vegas. Hey, there is star power aplenty all over the floor. We have star power as well. She's courtside. It's ACU senior Daisy Strine. Hey, Daisy.
Hey, Andy, thank you. Tonight you're going to see two of the most consistent teams in the Western Athletic Conference. They found that consistency in different ways. For the Lancers, they found their consistency in their core starting five of the most balanced starters in the WAC. The Wildcats, on the other hand, 14-1 record at home, meaning they found their consistency right here on their home court, winning 19 of the last 20. A win tonight would give ACU 15 straight home wins, the most in program history at the D1 level. Which consistency will come out on top tonight, Andy?
Yeah, great stuff. The Wildcats protect the home court well. As you heard, 19 of the last 20. That one blemish, California Baptist. It was on February 7th, 74-71. Chloe Lemon, a late three to give the Lancers the win. It evened up this series. It's a rubber match in this triple round robin schedule, as Roman talked about. Depth of plenty. CBU, their starting five with more than 200 games started. ACU can stay the same at 245. It's going to be a good 40 minutes of basketball tonight.
Should be a great one. I mean, we were talking off air. You've got a lot of your all-WAC team likely on the floor and in the air here in Moody Coliseum tonight. A lot of talent. Two teams really need a win. Going to see who prevails.
Chavez Johansson in the center circle. Johansson will win the tap. CBU in the road blues. They'll move right to left here in this first half of play. It's the same starting lineup as typical. Nordstrom, Barros, Olson, Johansson, and Schmidt. Johansson gets the offense started for a CBU team averaging 72.5 per contest. For the Wildcats, it's the same starting lineup now, the 14th game in a row. Chavez, Woodson, Davis, Troxel, and the WAC's leading scorer in Peyton Hull for ACU. A foul here on CBU. Early free throws. Emma Troxel, the junior, to the free throw line. Troxel, a career high versus CBU on February 7th. 22 points that night. Both teams talked about pounding the paint. Get touches on the inside. Easy shots. That's what we're looking for. Again, a 3-point win for CBU in early February. A 12-point win for ACU in middle of January back in Riverside, 70-58. It's the efficiency of the 3-point shot for CBU that could prove big, but it's Olson to get to the rim, finds Grace Schmidt on the left block, and two easy buckets in the paint for CBU to start.
Yeah, CBU putting an emphasis on getting down low, getting to the rim, taking some high percentage shots, gets an early lead.
Aaron Woodson, the junior, left side, the WAC player of the week this week after averaging a double-double versus Utah Tech, Utah Valley. Davis, the senior, first pull. It's back rim. Hull taps the rebound away from Olsen. Woodson, an offensive rebound. Challenges Johansson, gets it to full.
And that's great scrappy offensive possession there for the Wildcats. Their defense was locked down from the Lancers, just found a way to get a couple shots up, get a couple looks, get something to fall.
Olsen, the reverse, got it to go. The pace exactly what we anticipated.
And we knew we were going to be saying Olsen's name a lot here tonight, but a fantastic layup there. Just able to knock down those tough shots, even as a freshman that's got WAC Freshman of the Year written all over it.
Team leader in points at 15.5. Chavez, look at a three. It's an 0 for 2 start from deep for ACU, and a chance to run here, 3-on-2. Barros leads the break. Nordstrom, extra pass to the trailer, Johansson. CBU, the difference between the loss and the win was the three-point shot. Only made 2 in Riverside, double digits when they were here in Abilene. Still with double-digit threes, they only won by 3. Took a late Chloe Lemon 3 to win. Lancers in Texas' second straight week. They were here last week. They made their trip to UT Arlington and Tarleton State. Back to California, then back to Texas yesterday. This WAC schedule has been tough on the Lancers, making them earn it here down the stretch. Johansson will pull again, got the bounce off the front rim.
Now, Johansson just a 24.5% shooter. That's her 28th make on the year from deep, but a great one to fall there. She's now taken the last 2, and I think that's a look that the Wildcats are willing to give up tonight, but she's hitting early.
CBU 4 of their first 5 from the field, 6-point lead. Peyton Hall, 3, right side, well strong. Of course, Peyton leads the conference in scoring. Just shy of 19, it's just shy of 20 in WAC play. Olsen's first 3 is deep. Approximate clear. Of course, Bree Davis, the senior point guard, the only senior on this roster here on senior night. But she's got it left side with space. 3 on the way, got it. That's been extra offense the last 6 to 8 games. Bree is such a great facilitator at the point guard spot, but her point average is up more than 3 points a game over the last 8. The back-to-back layups versus Utah Valley, down by 1 on the last 2 possessions. A tap out here, it will stay with the Lancers.
And that's sometimes the best shower of leadership there. She's not always going to be called on to score, but can get a bucket when the team needs it.
There's a look at Jared Olsen, his 14th season with the Lancers, trying to close in on CBU's 3rd WAC championship since they joined the WAC in 2019. Extra pass here, Olsen a 3. Great box out, Davis. Woodson will get the rebound. Julie Goodenough in the scouting report was big on we have to defensive rebound. 1 shot and out for CBU. Half-court man-to-man here for the Lancers. Woodson left with some space. It's back-to-back triples. We're back even.
And that's just a great response early from the Wildcats. No panic, down 9-3 early. The shots are going to fall. You got to keep doing what you're doing.
Woodson again, the WAC player of the week this week. Barros on a cut, missed the first, gets her own. Second, too strong. Chance for the Wildcats, their first lead of the night. Hesitation, dribble. Hull, a spin, a shot, got it. Highlight, real shot, Peyton Hull. It's an 8-0 run. A timeout here is Johansson a little slow to get back to her feet. And is asking for a substitution. Was not quite sure what happened there, but on the spin by Hull, Johansson lost her footing.
Yeah, a lot of bodies jumbled up there. You'd hate to see an ankle get stepped on or something there. Sure hope it's just a roll for the Lancers, but hey, a timely bucket from Peyton Hull there. That's a big one to take the first lead here. Lancers need a response.
Johansson a breather. Chloe Lemon, the junior, in for the first time. Also in, Sophia Alonso has the basketball, number 11, the junior. Olsen with a step in the floater from 5. Schmidt an offensive rebound. Second chance opportunities. Alonso goes to work. Left it well short. Barros a third chance. Rims unkind. Whistle and a jump ball. Possession arrow facing the Wildcats after CBU won the opening tap. Exactly what we started the first 5 minutes. Aaron Woodson a 3 from the left side. ACU an 8-0 run. They've got a 2-point lead. Back at Abilene, the final week of the regular season. ACU a 2-point lead on CBU. Andy Penny alongside Roman Raffelli. Roman, let's take a look at our Texas Ford Dealers keys to the game.
Yeah, for the home Wildcats here, it's drive with purpose, penetrate deep, get easy looks, close to the rim looks, and then also their transition defense. Cannot give up transition points to this Lancers team because if they've got a trail 3, they're going to try to knock it down. And for the visitors in California Baptist, play free, play loose. You got one game to go win the conference, sure, but you can't be thinking about that at one play at a time. And then don't watch swing it. You might be thinking swing it like swinging around the perimeter. No, Coach Olsen said, we're playing baseball tonight. Swing the bat, not watching strike 3. Go attack, go win a game.
Texas Ford Dealers keys to the game. He was big tonight. He said you don't get to play opportunities to play in games like tonight. Winning is hard. You have to enjoy the environment and have a chance to win. It's a backdoor cut. Davis, who leads the team in assists, finds Troxel. Emmett off to a nice start again. Again, a career high last time CBU was here. Olsen's 0 for 2 from 3, but he hits her first this time in the right corner.
Yeah, Aaron Woodson took a couple steps towards the paint there, thought they were going to get a drive, and then they kick it right out. She knocks it down. That's incredible confidence from a freshman to be in the corner like that, see her window, and capitalize on it.
59th 3 of the year. All-time leading scorer in Wyoming high school basketball history. Jared Olsen didn't know how fast it would translate to the D1 level. It translated. Hull works on Alonso. A lot of contact high off the glass. Beautiful shot.
And a little hip check to accompany it down low. That's a fantastic shot from Peyton Hull.
Emma Johansson is back on the bench for CBU. Had the ankle retaped. She's ready to go. Lemon's first 3, no good. Chloe was 6 for 8 3 weeks ago. She misses her first tonight. Woodson, extra pass, Troxel.
And that's what this Wildcat team feeds on, is those extra passes, those team-first plays just like that one.
6 field goals in a row. Jasmine Stone, the point guard, in for the first time, replacing Bree Davis. Mismatch for Schmidt on the right block. Missed the shot, gets her own. CBU's missed some bunnies.
That's already their 4th offensive rebound, though. They're getting those second chances.
Schmidt with position. Nice catch. Finishes this time. Schmidt, the senior, her 61st start. She's battled injuries throughout her career, but it makes her 61st start tonight. 1,000-point scorer her college career. Boy, Hull really wants the ball down in the post. Has a mismatch. She'll go to work here on Barros. Extra pass, Stone, who will drive the baseline. Back to Hull. Squares it up. Rolls around. Chance to run. This is where CBU's at their best. Olsen missed the layup.
And that transition D, it was a good layup up. It probably should have gone down for Olsen, but the Wildcats were able to get back and at least contest it.
Troxel, she's hot. Left that short. Whistle here and an ACU foul. A push, I believe, on Davis in the back of Alonso. It's her first. There's a look at Johansson making her appearance back in. They retaped the ankle. I thought it was a knee there originally, but they took her back to the table behind the bench, retaped the ankle. She's ready to go.
And a sigh of relief from anyone out in Riverside there. Just a huge piece of what this team does. She had 6 games with 5+ blocks, and she had 6 last time these two played.
The national leader in blocks, Emma Johansson. Lemon on a drive. Hull's right in her hip pocket. A lot of contact. Hull gets the defensive stop. Boy, I love this pace. 8.5 minutes deep. For CBU a win tonight, they're the outright conference champions. ACU still controls their own destiny. have to win tonight and then finish it out with a win at UT Arlington on Saturday. The only two teams who control their own destiny. Southern Utah still in the mix, but needs some help. Step through Alonzo. Back iron again.
Yeah, a beautiful play drawn up there. A fantastic feed from Nordstrom. Just couldn't finish it.
Troxel, she'll challenge Johansson. Shot fake, shot up, got her own. Blocked out of bounds. Johansson, her first block.
And Troxel wants a foul. There was quite a bit of contact down low, but they're doing that on both sides of the floor. Refs know that the amount riding on this game here tonight, do not want to interfere with the whistle.
Yeah, only one team foul each here in this first quarter. Riley Groman, the freshman, number 21, her first appearance. Woodson around the perimeter. Groman left side. 7 on the shot clock. Groman will challenge Barros. The step through, whistle, and a foul. Riley Groman to the line. Barros disagrees, but Groman able to get contact.
Yeah, and Groman, an assertive drive here, kind of got stuck down low, but the arm of Johansson definitely got the elbow of Groman as she fell there.
And Riley Groman having a nice freshman campaign. And makes the first. Here's a look at what ACU's done since California Baptist was here. Winners of 4 of their last 5. Their only loss at Southern Utah. The only team that ACU does not have the head-to-head advantage over, as the Thunderbirds beat the Wildcats twice. So ACU has to stay a game ahead of Southern Utah as far as seeding is concerned for next week in Las Vegas. But a good stretch here for the Wildcats. Again, winners of 4 of their last 5. Their largest lead of the quarter here at 5. Shot clock is off. CBU will hold for the final. Barros lost the dribble. It's a turnover.
And fantastic switch defense there. That is teach tape. They go get the high screen, and then Natalia Chavez forces her all the way off there, dribbles it off her foot. That's a beautiful defensive possession from the Wildcats. Now they have a chance to go end the quarter with a score.
The first turnover of the quarter for either team. Julie Goodenough will get her offensive firepower back on the floor for this final possession. Davis double screen, top of the key. Drives on Lemon. Missed the shot. That's how the first quarter will come to an end. CBU an early 5-point lead. ACU able to get on the top side. They've got a 5-point lead 10 minutes in. Conference championship on the line tonight in Abilene. Let's take you back 3 weeks ago. Last time CBU was here, a game that ACU led by 9 going into the 4th quarter of play. Bree Davis played big at the point guard spot, but CBU gets hot in the 4th quarter, outscore ACU 25-13 in the quarter. Chloe Lemon 6 for 8 for 3, including 1 in the last few seconds. 74-71, CBU got the win. Chloe Lemon that day for the Lancers, 25 points on that 6 for 8 shooting. The crazy thing, Roman, is since that shot in the corner, Lemon is 0 for now 16 from 3, a 5-game stretch.
That's a long time to be missing without a 3. I mean, that's nearly the entire month of February she didn't hit a 3-pointer, and that's her best skill. Lancers really need to get her back on track, and if there's a place to do it, it's here in Abilene. Last 2 against the Wildcats, she's 12 of 17.
Here's a whistle and a travel on Nordstrom. Trying to get one-on-one for Nordstrom, but traveled with the spin of the basketball. Natalia Chavez playing great D. That's where CBU's trying to exploit right now in the half-court man-to-man is Natalia Chavez. She's been up to the challenge. ACU shot 41% in the first quarter, 7 of 17. Hall a spin. She's called for a travel. Great move. The home crowd disagrees with the call.
And the home crowd was making one noise off the fantastic sequence and then started making another one with the whistle. Guess they said that pivot foot came up, but a tough one, but still a great bucket. Peyton Hall has to continue with confidence.
CBU 6 for 19 in the first. Did have 2 threes. Missed some shots around the bucket, too. In the paint, on the blocks. They'll continue to attack. Nordstrom this time on Davis gets a step. And again, rolls around, falls out. Troxel a good first quarter. She's got 5. Woodson also with 5. Peyton Hull, the leading scorer in the WAC, with 4 in the first. Davis a step through on Olsen, got it to go.
And a fantastic little move there from Bree Davis, knifing down low, gets a pretty contested look, but able to knock it down.
Of course, this third time these teams have played, you know they know the scouting reports well. Exactly what everybody wants to do. Johansson a quick trigger, misses again. I asked Julie Goodenuff, I said, how do you prepare for a team a third time? She says, we know their sets, we know their strategy. We really study individuals the third time. What are their tendencies? What are they trying to do on their own? Do they like to drive with the right hand? Do they like to spin? Shot fake? What are the individual tendencies of players? It tells you how deep, how invested these two coaches are in what they're doing.
No doubt, and taking a look at the replay here, another physical play down low. Great defense for both these teams, especially down towards the rim early in this one. We only saw 1 turnover in that first quarter. We've already got several here in the second. Defense is clamping down.
Value the experience for both teams. Johansson this time off the glass, got a step, had a lane to drive, and she does.
And the Lancers being very intentional about getting Johansson going down low. Almost every possession, they're running some sort of screen to switch a guard onto her, get that size mismatch, and get her to the rim.
6'3" senior, the transfer from South Florida. Troxel will challenge Johansson, left it short. I like how ACU's going at her, even though she's the leading shot blocker in the country, Emma Johansson. 84 on the year, just shy of 3 a game. Olsen downhill, gets her own. Second chance opportunity, missed the second. Those are shots that will drive Coach Olsen crazy. Great looks. They've had them first 13 minutes.
And several have just rimmed out.
And now Johansson gets the tap and the steal. Olsen got this one to go.
And that's just an incredible shot. I mean, it's really a one-handed, almost a dart throw. Gonna bounce it off, and it bounces around a little bit in the rim with how much velocity it goes in there with, but a fantastic shot. She's only a freshman. I mean, that's proof of what's to come.
Well, the challenge defensively is ACU has to close out on the three-point line, have to respect the 3. But as soon as they do, if CBU's in good drive position, they've been able to take advantage. Troxel, another short one she missed. CBU trying to close the gap. Barros in transition. Back down to 1 and a Julie Goodenuff timeout. It's a 6-0 run for CBU. They're right back in it. Barros in transition, her first bucket of the night. 6:13 left in our first half. ACU, they've got a 1-point lead here in Abilene. CBU a 6-0 run. They're back within 1. ACU a 1-point lead at 21-20. Hey, let's go courtside. Third member of our team, Daisy Strine. Daisy?
Hey, Andy, thank you. Laura Olsen has been one of the top contributors for the Lancers this season and is going to be one you're going to want to keep an eye on tonight. She's second in the WAC for scoring and averaging 18 points per game. Olsen has scored 20-plus points in 7 times this season, including a career-high 27 points. With 7 points already under her belt tonight, Olsen is just 10 points away from setting the D1-era program scoring record for a freshman. Andy?
Stuff. Going to pass her teammate, Grace Schmidt, who currently holds that freshman record for scoring. We'll keep an eye on that. Needs 17 tonight to do that. I put Jared Olsen on the spot in our interview, and I said, hey, what do you think about Olsen for freshman of the year? He said, well, she's got my vote. And I said, well, she's got my vote too. So we were in agreement there. Barros a steal, also draws a foul here on the block out of Aaron Woodson. And Aaron has a foul.
And the Wildcats almost did a great job getting back in transition. They contested, able to let them all get back, but then ultimately, you know, they get the shot up and it now going the other way.
I thought the foul was actually on Woodson, but it was actually on Barros over the back of Woodson. Amy Flippin, the freshman, her first touch, she's got it in the paint. A career-high 10 Saturday versus Utah Valley. To a cutting stone, missed the shot, and it's another Barros foul.
And Stone with some big minutes early here with Bree Davis on the bench. Davis is going to play a large portion of this game, but part of what's made the Wildcats so good this season is Jasmine Stone coming off the bench, being able to be productive in a couple different ways. This time, it's getting the foul draw, getting the rack, opportunity for 2 free ones.
The 5'6" junior, the transfer from College of Charleston. Did not shoot it well in the non-conference, but has really come on here as of late. 6 for her last 11 threes. Had 2 in the clutch Saturday in the 1-point win versus Utah Valley. 2 for 2 trip at the line.
Well, what's interesting for Stone, you mentioned the struggles in the non-conference. Usually it's flipped with transfers for teams in the WAC. They get into this WAC speed and they struggle then because it's so physical, it's so fast. But with Stone being the opposite, it's really given the Wildcats a bonus, really.
She gets the defensive assignment on Olsen, who will drive with the left hand. The freshman with 2 more. Carrying the Lancers right now offensively. At 19 the first time these played, 16 the second time. Well on pace for that and then some. Hull lost the dribble. Deep 3, Chavez.
Now that one's NBA range, and it feels like Chavez almost likes those more. She's had a couple of those deep ones in their last several games. Able to knock that one down. That's a big one and a great improvised play from Peyton. Hull slipped, was nearly turning it over and just able to give her a little underhand pass out.
First one tonight, 45th of the year. ACU keeping CBU at arm's length. Here on the scoring column, Nordstrom tries to answer. Barros run down another offensive rebound. Barros quiet offensively thus far, just 2 points. She'll have to be careful if she decides to drive with 2 fouls. Schmidt, an extra dribble, left it short. It will stay with CBU. Another look at the Chavez 3.
Yeah, just a fantastic little improvised play here, like I mentioned a moment ago. Hull slips down, nearly loses it to Barros, and then just gives a one-handed toss out to Chavez. Almost like she's snapping the ball out to the quarterback, who throws it down for a touchdown.
If you haven't seen the Netflix movie Res Ball, go check it out. Natalia Chavez is in there. Makes a few cameo appearances. Turnover here through the hands of Barros. Tough catch.
Bree Davis checking back in, staying right in that hip pocket there. They're trying to go baseline, just uncomfortable, goes off the hands.
Hull works on Nordstrom into the paint. A spin, the double comes, spins out of it. Nordstrom got a hand on it. It will stay with the Wildcats with 8 on the shot clock. Of course, Peyton's on a tear offensively, 24 a game over her last 9. I think she's solidified WAC Player of the Year. A lot of competition, though, in this WAC this year. Got 4 on the floor tonight. Troxel and up and under. Defended well by Schmidt. And Julie Goodenough, talking to her in preparation for tonight, there's a block on Troxel here. She talks about the top 6 in the CBU lineup. She said if those top 6 were distributed among the WAC, that could be your all-WAC team, is what CBU has in their roster.
Well, that's part of what's made them so dangerous, is that they continue to bring Chloe Lemon in off the bench, and she's just spectacular. I mean, 10-6 a game, but has a lethal hot hand when it's going.
Schmidt down the baseline. Grace up to 6. Of course, on the other side, Jaren Olsen, so complimentary of Julie Goodenough and what she's done, keeping this roster together in this transfer portal era. A lot of depth for ACU. 245 career starts for the starting 5 tonight. Barros a 3, got it. CBU back on top.
And a big scream from Barros there, frustrated, trying to get her team, back up, fired up in this one. They hadn't led for a while, now they take a 1-point lead. That's a big shot from their point guard.
To finish that thought with Jared Olsen, talks about the experience of this roster who's been here forever. He said it's amazing that they've all been around. 3-second violation. He said that it's amazing they've all been around for so long, but if I see Bella Earl try to check in tonight, I'm going to raise my hands. Another one that was here for a 4-year career. Finished her career last year.
Well, and the whole WAC took a sigh of relief when she graduated. I mean, tormented this conference. Had a couple triple-doubles in her career. At one point last season, she led the country in triple-doubles. She got 2 early.
Cece Legaspi on the floor first time. A shuffle of the feet and a travel.
Taking a look at it here. Nice swing, but yeah, just move both those feet.
Legaspi's one who's been around for a while, but her minutes have really tailed off, really with the addition of Lauren Olson. Alonso back in. Barros a breather with those 2 fouls. See if Jared Olson tries to stretch Barros all the way to the half. Riley Groman also back in here for the Wildcats. Hull goes straight to work on Legaspi. Runs into a double team of Schmidt. And last touch by Hull.
And the
turnover will give it back to CBU.
Lancer bench fired up on that one there. I believe they just overturned it here, taking a look.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. Schmidt comes in the double team. Goes off her hip. They'll reset the shot clock to 17.
And the Wildcats got a few extra referees down on the baseline there tonight, giving their input on the play. That time it worked out.
Good crowd here tonight. Of course, spring break starts tomorrow for these students, but they've hung around, stayed around. Hull can't get the roll. This one will go the way of CBU. It's a scoring drought of more than 2.5 minutes for the home team.
And a couple of turnovers mixed in there. A couple of good looks that just didn't fall.
Julie Goodenough talked about, again, the only loss here on the home floor was to CBU a few weeks ago. It was a 10-second violation for the defense. Talked about that loss to CBU. I asked her, I said, what's the conversation been this week? Has it been more X's and O's, or has it been more emotional heartstrings? And she said, I guarantee you we've talked about defending the home floor, and the only team that's beat us here is CBU. Don't want to see that happen again. 19 of their last 20, the only loss to the Lancers. 7 on the shot clock. Davis a hesitation. Extra pass to Stone. A long rebound out to CBU.
And to take a step back here and look at that 10-second violation forced by the Wildcats, that one goes to the credit of head coach Julie Goodenough and associate head coach Yannick Denson. They pulled the trap out of the back pocket. No one was there to help Olsen at all. They're able to trap the freshman, get about 7 seconds there, and then the last three eaten up by Legaspi.
Olsen downhill, contact, and a Groman foul. Lauren Olsen to the free throw line. The first free throws of the night for the Lancers. Got to step downhill on Riley and draws the foul.
And Davis tried to come over, take the charge, but couldn't get those feet set.
So Olsen here at the line. 80% free throw shooter, 56 of 70. Here's a look at what the Lancers have done since they left Abilene. Had a 2-game lead when they left Abilene, but dropped 2 both on the home floor, Southern Utah and Utah Valley. That's what's set up, generated the excitement coming down the stretch. A three-horse race with 2 games to go. Of course, CBU finishes off their season Saturday at home against Southern Utah. Lob pass too strong from Davis. It's a turnover barrage right now for the Wildcats, whose scoring drought now 3.5 minutes.
And the Wildcats committed just 1 turnover in that first quarter, now up to 5 on the evening.
We've gone under a minute here in the first half. Great pace here in this first half. Skip pass Olsen. Floater from 8, well strong. Schmidt on the backside with the rebound and the putback. And Olsen, who has 10 in double figures, Schmidt right behind her with 8. Hole on a backdoor cut, Nordstrom gets a hand on it. About a 5-second difference, game clock and shot clock. Nordstrom will now eat some clock. CBU on an 8-0 run to take the lead. Nordstrom works on Troxel. Step back 3. Got it. Clock is running. ACU with 1 final push. Davis, center of the floor. And the floater at the horn. Got it off the glass and good. A little momentum for the home team as the first 20 minutes comes to an end. It stops an 11-0 CBU run. The senior, Bree Davis, to stop some bleeding, get it back to a 5-point game at 33-28. The head coach, Julie Goodenough, is courtside with Daisy Strine. Daisy, it's all yours.
Coach, a buzzer beater right there to seal the first half. It was a very intense one. The second half bound to be more intense. How are you going to maintain that?
We just don't have any cohesiveness offensively right now. We've got some forced turnovers, taking some kind of off-balance shots. We just got to get back to, playing like we do. Good team offense, working the ball until we get a good shot.
This game, a lot on the line. How are you going to take this halftime as a reset and go steady into the second half?
Yeah, we just got to start playing our game. I think that we're getting in a big hurry. We're taking shots that aren't open. We just got to settle down and run our offense. We'll get the shots that we want.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck. Andy, back to you.
Thank you, Daisy. 33-28, CBU, a 5-point lead here at the half. Jaden West and Zion Webb, they're upstairs with your halftime report. WAC basketball on ESPN+.
33-28 here in Abilene, and just as advertised, the two top teams here in the Western Athletic Conference play. They square off today, and they're doing a good job going back and forth, man. This has been an electric game. Jaden West, Zion Webb, tell me what you've seen, Jaden.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a slow start for both these teams. Both the Lancers and the Wildcats can play with quite a bit of pace, but it was a slower start. The Wildcats had a couple of different stretches where they went 2.5 to 3 minutes without any scoring. They need to be a little bit more consistent, but the Lancers doing a good job rebounding the basketball as they always do.
Hey, you talked about a stretch of no scoring. As we take a look at the first half stats, one of the folks that have not scored a lot is Chloe Lemon. She balled out against ACU last time out. They've held her, but they've had some scores going tonight. Jaden, what have you seen from both of these teams?
Yeah, well, the freshman Lauren Olson off to a hot start, like she's been all season. Your future WAC freshman of the year, but like you said, Lemon for the Lancers has been limited tonight. Also, Peyton Hole for the Wildcats, just 4 points. She's one of the best scorers in this conference, but had a slow start in that first half. The Wildcats really need her to get hot as this game moves forward down the stretch.
Hey, well, as we go into the halftime highlights, we'll get a look at both of these teams, starting with ACU. Man, like you said, they started out slow, but there's been some good spots for ACU so far.
Yeah, there's only just 1 of 2 baskets made there by Peyton Hole, but Erin Woodson doing a good job of what she can. 5 points. She's done a good job of getting the basketball inside, distributing it around. Emma Trox has contributed at the end of the floor, too. The Wildcats doing a lot of their scoring inside, but they're 14-1 at home. Zion, I expect them to come out real hot and playing with some pace. Really need to move the ball around quickly in that second half.
Yeah, and another electric hot team that can get hot at any moment is CBU, and we've seen the way they played tonight. Man, they balled out down in the paint, and this is a team that shoots the most threes in the WAC. What have you seen from them offensively and defensively, the big dog in the paint?
Yeah, defensively, they're really good inside. They're forcing the Wildcats to get trapped down low in the paint, have to dish the ball out. ACU hadn't made quite as many shots as maybe they'd like to, but CBU doing a great job on both ends of the floor, especially when it comes to inside. They're trying to hold on to their conference lead, and rebounding is going to be how they do that. Right now, out-rebounding the Wildcats 23-17. Just continue to pound it inside if you're the Lancers.
Yeah, you talk about those rebounds. Some of the times that comes from missing a lot of shots, man. They have a lot of offensive rebounds today, doing a good job of being aggressive on that end. Tell me what you think. For ACU, for CBU, one thing for both of these teams that they need to do to carry it all the way home tonight.
I think for the Wildcats, it's got to be distribute the ball quickly. Move the ball around the court as quick as you can and get it into your open shooters' hands. This is a very high-quality shooting team, the Wildcats, and they need to get those shots to fall in the second half. And for CBU, the Lancers just continue to pound it inside and do a great job of playing defense and rebounding the basketball.
All right, man. Well, that's it for us at the desk again. Jaden West, Zion Webb. We'll see you post-game, man. It's a close one here in Abilene, Texas. I didn't see the screen. I thought they already...
Welcome you back here to Abilene, California Baptist, a 5-point lead. We get ready to start the second half. Jared Olson, head coach of CBU, is courtside with Daisy. Take it away, Daisy.
Coach, a great first half, a lot to compete for. We're going to have an even intense second half here. What are you anticipating?
I think you said the word is intensity. I think that's what I'm expecting to see. I hope we come out and make some shots. Two really good teams out here, so looking forward to a great second half.
A lot on the line on this half, a potential trophy presentation here at the end. What did you tell your girls to lock them in for this half and coming up?
Honestly, all we talked about was just playing good defense and moving the ball. So we'll keep it simple and see how that works.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck. Andy, we'll send it back over to you.
All right, thank you, Daisy. A 5-point lead for CBU as we get ready to start the second half. Andy Penny alongside Roman Raffelli. It was ACU who started hot, shot the ball well, but only 9 points in that second quarter. That's credit to CBU's defense. They flipped the deficit into a 5-point lead here at the break.
And you heard Coach Olsen say it there. He told them, lock down the defense. They only allowed 9 points in that second half, and 2 of them were on a fantastic shot from Bree Davis at the buzzer there. If they're going to clamp down the defense even more in the second half, they're going to be in a great spot. The Wildcats need to get the system going, get some of the shooters going.
Lauren Olsen, the freshman, sensational, and exactly what we anticipated, just as good as advertised. She's in double figures. Grace Schmidt, a nice first half. ACU balanced scoring-wise is in that first half, led by Brianna Davis, who had the 7 points. Peyton Hull just 4 points. Can only anticipate Peyton's going to get a few more looks second half.
Without a doubt, and she's really been focused on driving. Not a lot of outside shots from her, and they've been doing a good job locking her down low. She gets down there, gets in her sequence, but not a lot of looks have been going, and if they've been going up, they're not great looks. So ultimately, Lancers need to continue to really tower over inside, and the Wildcats are going to have to hit some threes.
Let's take a look at our Anthony Chiropractic and Wellness halftime adjustments for each of these two teams, as again, a 5-point lead for CBU at 33-28. Those adjustments for the two teams. Again, for CBU, we anticipate that Hull's going to get the basketball, which means for CBU, put some pressure on Hull, continue to drive to the basket offensively. They've done that really well. ACU's given up some offensive rebounds. They're going to have to, 1, clog the lanes, and then 2, get some defensive rebound.
Without a doubt, and I mean, even just, fighting down low on the offensive end there. They were going down low to Emma Troxel. Peyton Hull got a couple early down low looks, and then they didn't go back to that in that second quarter there. They started the game doing that, and it was giving them some offense. You need to go back and find that, because ultimately, if you're able to score down low, there's going to be more attention down low, and you can kick it out, get some wide open threes by Natalia Chavez. Erin Woodson knocked one down in that first half as well. Got to score 3 levels here tonight.
ACU 3 for 10 from deep. California Baptist 4 for 11 from deep. Said Olsen at 12 points, just 10 points for Olsen here at the break. Grace Schmidt with 8, Johansson with 7, Barros with 5. For ACU, led by Bree Davis, the senior on senior night. She's got 7. Troxel and Woodson with 5 apiece. They did that in the first quarter. Peyton Hull has 4, and then points off the bench for Jasmine Stone and Riley Groman, 2 apiece. Natalia Chavez, as Roman mentioned, the 3-point shot. She has 3 here in the first half. Against CBU, a win tonight. They're the outright conference champions. ACU still controls their own destiny. A win tonight, and then a win on Saturday versus UT Arlington. So we anticipate an intense 20 minutes here in the second half. Wildcats will have the first possession. It's the starting 5 for both teams as we start half number 2. And immediately Peyton Hull able to get downhill against the 2-3 zone. Johansson challenged. The shot strong. Johansson the board. See the halftime adjustments here for both teams. Although adjustments at this point, it's grit and determination. Players making plays. Olsen extra pass, it's into the corner, and a look at a 3, Alonzo. Troxel to clear. Emma seems like she's been involved in every possession, offensively and defensively. Davis directs traffic. Troxel will face up. Hull, 3, right side, got it to go. Don't think the leading scorer in the WAC and the favorite for WAC Player of the Year is not going to have an impact here in the second half. Foul right on the logo. Davis picks up 1. Hand check of Barros. Peyton's 70th 3 of the year.
And she's fantastic with their little jab step in, gets some space. Didn't have a hand in her face, so she knocked it down. That's a great look, something the Wildcats needs to go to often in the second half.
Barros well short on a 3. She knew it on the release, but Troxel another defensive rebound. Troxel now 6 rebounds to go with those 5 points. Woodson downhill. Alonzo, the junior, her minutes have really come up here as of late. Of course, haven't seen Chloe Lemon much. Alonso on cue misses the three. Barros, another offensive rebound. Left it short again with the left hand.
And the Lancers just all over the offensive boards. They had 8 in that first half, already 2 here in the second.
Woodson, she'll square it up. Wildcats have the lead back. Aaron has feasted on CBU in her career. Season high a year ago, a career high. Of course, she made her first start last year after the Peyton Hull injury. Woodson jumped into the starting lineup and has flourished ever since, has not given up that starting lineup role ever since.
And a fantastic 3 knockdown there, but what really made that play was Emma Troxell's command of the offense there. They had a moment where they stared at each other, communicating what they were going to do, and then they ran it flawlessly, perfect there, and that's something that his coaching staff loves about Troxell. She's physical, but she's also a communicator.
Woodson back-to-back trips. It's a 9-0 run to start the second half. And ACU has already duplicated points-wise what they did the entire second quarter. Nordstrom a hesitation, got a step. Gets her own. Johansson got that one to go. Not a huge three-point shooter, but her second one tonight.
Their 11th offensive rebound of this ball game, and that one leads to 3. That's a huge answer from the Lancers.
Compared to just 3 offensive boards for ACU. Hull has the right side with Olsen. She'll try another. That's the 4th 3 in the half. And all this is going to do, Roman, is extend the CBU defense to open up driving lanes.
And that's exactly what they needed to do, is start the perimeter scoring and then eventually open it up like you mentioned there. 4 of 4 now from distance. The Cats in full form.
And now a steal. Woodson to lead the break. Extra pass, Davis. Too strong. Thought that was in. Online, but strong. Whistle here. I believe maybe a kick ball call on Olsen. It will stay with the Wildcats.
And taking another look at it here. Nothing really going for the Wildcats. Hull again with the jab, and then Olsen just caught too far back. She was up pretty good on Hull, but Peyton Hull, you got to be right on. Hull able to knock that one down.
All of our points in the second half, courtesy of the perimeter shot. ACU with 4 of them, CBU with 1. Troxell now again in the paint. Work on Schmidt. Back to Davis. Here's where ACU can't just get on only the perimeter shot. You mentioned 3-level scoring. Driving lanes will be there now because of the success of the 3-point shot.
Well, that's what CBU does so well. They score at all 3, and it just makes them impossible to guard.
Barros, another 3. A second half that Steph Curry'd be proud of. Back to a 1-point game. Woodson. Short this time. That's 3 in a row missed. And Lancers again a chance to take the lead. It's a Lancer team that has made plenty of threes over the year. 12 games they've made 10 or more. Alonso. Great defense, they'll call it on Woodson. I thought Alonso got away with an extended forearm twice on the drive. And then Woodson, the foul, will send Alonso to the line.
Now we'll take a look here. There's a little nudge there, and then another one as she kind of spins around, but when you lose your feet, it's hard for the refs to not blow the whistle. Really could have gone either way on that one. It goes in favor of the road team.
So Alonso at the line, the 5'6" junior, the transfer from Sacramento State. Not a huge scorer. Season high this year came against the Wildcats. She's tied us up halfway through. Amy Flippin, the sophomore, is checked in. Ball down the baseline. And it's off of Alonso. Will stay with the Wildcats. Halfway through our third quarter of play, conference championship on the line. Nothing decided yet. We're square at 40 here in Abilene. Let's take you back 2 years ago, one of the great games in WAC history, January of 2024, CBU here at ACU. Meredith Mays, a freshman, her first double-double, 12 points, 13 rebounds. A game that went to overtime. CBU with only 4 players on the floor because of foul trouble. Felipa Barros misses a 3 that would have sent it to double overtime. ACU got the win that afternoon, 96-93. Again, Meredith Mays, her first double-double of her ACU career with 12 points and 13 rebounds. That's the year that CBU won the conference, went 28-4. One of those 4 losses came right here at Moody Coliseum. We're on pace for what could be more than 40 minutes of basketball, tied at 40 halfway through the third.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. It's been neck and neck. Each team goes on a couple of runs, but not so far.
Johansson a step on flipping the advantage offensively, and Johansson able to get the backdoor cut. Emma's into double figures now. She's the second Lancer to get there. She's got 12. Olsen still with 10 on the first half. Hull's into double figures. She and Woodson both for ACU. Hull a step through, a lot of contact on Schmidt, no whistle. Barros a transition 3. Schmidt the board. They'll call a foul here on the block out of Hull. She'll pick up her second. Check that, her first.
And a tough call here that goes against Peyton Hull. She gets the low leverage, and really it's not her fault that she's jumping up like that. That's Schmidt hitting the floor, like you said. Tough one there, but ultimately a physical play, probably going to call it.
See Stone, first time, second half. Troxel a quick breather back in. Nordstrom squares it up, left it short. Whistle here, and another foul on a block out. Jasmine Stone this time.
Well, we got my thoughts on that kind of play. We get it back again here. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, same thing. It's in position. But a little, maybe just enough of a hip check to say it's more than a block out. Barros on a backdoor cut. It's been a game of runs tonight. It's an 8-0 run for CBU. They're back up by 4. Barros closing in on a double-double, 8 points, 8 rebounds. A turnover here by Troxel, and Julie Goodenough wants a 30-second timeout.
And the Wildcats just in disarray here, not doing a whole lot as the system needs.
Timeout here on the floor. We'll step aside as well. 3.5 minutes to go. CBU, a 4-point lead here in the third quarter in Abilene. Conference championship again on the line tonight. Here's a look at the race to first place. It's a 3-horse race. CBU and ACU both control their own destiny. If CBU win tonight, they're the conference champions. If they lose, the water gets muddy. Same for ACU. They have to win both this week to control their own destiny. If they lose, the water gets muddy. Southern Utah does need help. They need 2 wins as well as an ACU win tonight and then a UT Arlington win over ACU. So Southern Utah's on the outside, really looking in with a chance. But the 2 teams here tonight, Roman, a chance to control their own destiny with 3 days left in the regular season.
Well, it's almost poetic how much of a race this is down. CBU go get another road win. I mean, you're the only team to beat the Wildcats in Moody this conference season, and you do it twice. That's a fantastic way to clinch a title. And for the Wildcats, going back to head coach is alma mater in UTA with a chance to clinch it there if they win here tonight.
Of course, the top 2 seeds will get byes to the semifinals. Only have to win 2 games in Las Vegas. Hull, a finish. Chance for a 3-point play. Offensive rebound led the second chance opportunity.
That's the Wildcats' 5th of the game, and just a fantastic little dish out here. Sees hole in motion, Troxel does, gets her a chance, gets the contact, and fired up. Each of these teams getting a little bit more fired up with each make. Making for a feisty one.
Peyton, this is the first season of her 3. She's scored 500 points in a season. She would have done that last year, but missed the 13 games with the broken hand. And back on pace to be a 2,000-point scorer in her career if these scoring averages continue into her senior year. Extra step, Alonso got away with the travel. But a steal here, Davis. Numbers for the Wildcats. Chavez decides to set up the half-court set.
A very smart decision there. CBU great getting back.
Troxel. Kick it out. Davis. Chloe Lemon in first time defensively now on Bree Davis. 7 on the shot clock. Woodson in desperation. Up and under from deep. Left it short. That's good defense by the Lancers.
Fantastic defensive possession there. After turning it over, that's a championship level play.
Alonso, the pick and roll to Schmidt all by herself. Missed the bunny. Put an asterisk by that one, Grace Schmidt. And now a whistle away from the basketball. It's on Alonso down in the post with Troxel.
And every teammate consoling Schmidt after that one. You see here, react herself there. There was no one within 5 feet of her. I think she was a little bit too surprised at how open she was. She missed the layup.
Woodson on the inbound. Wanted the foul on Olsen. Doesn't get the call. Barros with Lemon in transition. Layup. Foul on Troxel. And Chloe Lemon to the line.
A tough sequence there for the Wildcats. They don't get the foul they won, and then they give up this one on Lemon. Bit of hand checking there on that left hand on the layup attempt. That's the right call there. Chloe Lemon not having it from 3. Missed her last 16, as we've mentioned. A chance to make an impact in transition, and now from the line.
This is the first 10.5 a game. This is a Lancer team with 5 in double figures. Even Lemon off the bench at 10.5 has really struggled over the course of the last 6 games. It's 1 out of 2, a CBU 2-point lead. Led by 5 at the break. Chavez already with 1 tonight, rattle home a second. 5th 3 of the quarter for the Wildcats. Barros. Now to Alonso. Lemon on a shot fake. There's Schmidt again. Redemption on the left block.
And a beautiful feed from Chloe Lemon there. The pump fake gets it even on the cold streak she's on. Gets down there, and then a left-handed bounce pass into the lane. That's a beautiful pass.
Woodson, deep 3. We hit the 1-minute mark here in this third quarter of play. Everything we anticipated thus far. Great pace, great basketball all the way through. Players making plays. Hull gets a screen, top of the key. Bounce up over the top. And possession will go here to CBU.
And taking another look, landing space definitely crowded, to say the least, coming down there, but a tough miss from Peyton Hull. Head coach Julie Goodenough not pleased with the officiating.
About an 8-second difference here, game clock, shot clock. Whistle, offensive foul, Barros. And foul trouble now for Felipa, that's her 3rd.
And exactly the right call there. It's been happening back and forth between Davis and Barros. They get it here. You see it first there, or first a bit before that one, and then the second there. That's the right call. You can't be having, the arm fights, the stiff arming coming down the court.
The shot clock is off. Final possession of the third. Here for ACU. Davis will dribble it down about the 10-second mark. Start the offense. Jasmine Stone in for this offensive set. Hull, whistle, and Nordstrom a slap of the arms. It's bonus time. Free throws for Peyton Hull.
And a lead leaving this third quarter here would be huge for the home team. And as we've mentioned, they've only lost once in Moody this season, and it was to these Lancers here. You can get just a little bit of momentum going into the fourth. You get a packed house here in Moody, a real chance to take over and secure it down the stretch.
Hull at the line, an 82% free throw shooter, more than 100 makes on the year. ACU as a team has made almost 100 more free throws than their opponents. Tells you the level of offensive execution the Wildcats are getting. Olsen from half court at the buzzer. It's off the rim. The third quarter is in the books. Did we anticipate anything different tonight? 3 ties, 7 lead changes. 30 minutes down, nothing decided. Fourth quarter, it's on the other side. ACU, they'll start with a 1-point lead in Abilene. Start of the fourth quarter, ACU a 1-point lead. Let's go courtside with Daisy Strine. Daisy.
Hey, Andy, you talk about WAC scenarios and a race to first place. Right now, the pressure is on for the Lancers, and you might be asking, what is Coach Olsen telling his players? Well, I can tell you, he's telling them it takes everything that you can to call this a championship, and they're going to do everything they can to take it away from you. How much do you want it? That's the question he's asking his players. That's the talk of their sideline, and it all comes down to playing a strong defense like he mentioned to us at the half. Andy?
Yeah, no doubt. And Daisy, coming back to you, your final game as an ACU sideline reporter. The ACU senior graduates in May. Congratulations. How's it been?
Hey, well, thanks, Andy. It's been such a blast, and I just love our ACUTV crew and everything that we've been able to produce over the 4 years working together. It's been a blast.
The ACU senior Daisy Strine, bright future ahead. As Lemon a missed 3 on the offensive end for the Lancers. And ACU their first possession. Peyton Hull up to 15, make it 18. I think the resume's good enough for WAC Player of the Year. Watch this next 10 minutes play out.
Without a doubt, a chance to just boost it even further. Talk about some clutch time to continue to give yourself a chance at a WAC regular season championship. That's Player of the Year material.
Lemon downhill, gets to the rim. Her first field goal tonight. Keep an eye on Chloe Lemon. She's had some games in this arena the last 2 years. 25 last year, 29 the first time this year. Troxel a 3. Rolls out a whistle. I believe Olsen a push of Stone. Peyton Hull 3 for 7 from deep. Here's the last one.
And just a great feed from Troxel. Again, the Lancers just giving her too much space. They kind of work a little high screen, a second screen there. A great job, a nice reaction from the bench. Molly Doherty, man, she's been bench woman of the year. Just constantly loud, jumping around.
Of course, now an offensive foul. Call it on Hull. Did not see it away from the basketball. Offensive foul, and that's Peyton's second. No major foul trouble. Barros does have 3, Olsen also with 3, but that's it. Davis and Hull, as well as Troxel with 2 for the Wildcats. The Stars will be on the floor the next 8.5 minutes. Don't think we'll have to worry about only 4 at the end of the game for CBU. Johansson already with 2 triples. That's off the rim. It's a flat 3-point shot. Finds a way to find the bottom of the net, but that one off the side of the rim.
And at 6'3" with the wingspan she's got, she really doesn't need to elevate it too much. She's got to push it over there.
We saw a similar start to the third for ACU. Hot from 3. A race to 5-point halftime deficit. Hull will go into the post this time with Nordstrom. Extra pass, Troxel. Johansson came over in the help. Troxel was left alone. the first 5 to ACU and a Jared Olson CBU timeout.
That's a fantastic way to force a timeout here. It's a broken play. Hull was getting some contact as she received it, had to keep the dribble up pretty low, and then just finds Troxel. That's the awareness and the chemistry you build when you keep a team together for as long as they have. They've got that core 4 of the juniors putting the impact on the floor.
8:03 left in the fourth. ACU the first 5, a 4-point lead with 8 minutes left in Abilene. (53-49) ACU, 8 minutes remaining. This time next week, we will be in Las Vegas for the final Western Athletic Conference tournament. Here's a look at what the bracket would look like as of today. A lot's going to change on this with CBU, ACU, and Southern Utah. Utah Valley, Tarleton pretty much locked in at 4 and 5. UT Arlington, Utah Tech at 6 and 7. But 1, 2, and 3 are up for grabs. And as you can see, if you can get to the semifinals as a 1 or a 2 seed, you only have to win 2 games to get that automatic bid to the dance, the NCAA tournaments. And a lot will dictate this next 8 minutes who's on that 1 and 2 line. A CBU win, they're the outright conference champions tonight. ACU with a win tonight and a win on Saturday, they'll be the number 1 seed. Uncharacteristic turnover by Olson out of the timeout.
That's our first here tonight. We've praised her for being, pretty much a shoo-in for the WAC Freshman of the Year. Perhaps some of the pressure of this game, final 8 minutes for this team,
has not scored in the second half. 10 in the first, has not scored in the second. Troxel, and a push on Johansson in the back. That's her second. ACU is not afraid to challenge Johansson in the block.
And that's exactly what they're going to have to do there. They're going to have to go inside. They, like you said, challenge Johansson, force her to foul or get by or get a shot up. Need to score at 3 levels here in the fourth quarter.
Barros gets a steal on Davis. Davis a foul, not the worst foul as Barros was about to have a breakaway layup. The foul on Davis, just her second. Nordstrom, who's been quiet offensively with 3 points tonight. 4 Lancers are in double figures, which is right on pace for their season averages. Deep 3, Nordstrom. Not the shot I think Jared Olson wants out of the 5 on the floor. Chance to extend the lead. Backdoor cut, Hull. Extra pass, Troxel. Back out. Thought had 2 or 3 shots on the possession. Stone now a drive. She'll get to the free throw line. Lemon the foul.
And mid-possession, that was a fantastic defensive recovery from the Lancers. There were a couple open. They kept making the extra pass, but to the Lancers' credit, they had that extra pass covered up, and a foul there, a bit of a reach on the layup attempt from Lemon.
Foul on Lemon, no foul trouble for her, just her first. And here's Stone at the line. Again, the transfer from College of Charleston. Had personal relationship with the family of Yannick Denson. That's where the conversation started to get Stone here to Abilene, Texas. And it has been a pleasant addition to the 25-26 roster. ACU's largest lead tonight has been 7. Back in the second quarter. CBU feels a little disoriented right now offensively. Barros asks for a screen. No roll, pick and roll. Alonso now the baseline. Inside to Schmidt. Davis able to poke it away. 8 on the shot clock.
Yeah, the Wildcats really focusing in on that low side there. The Lancers have been really trying to pound it low. They score so well at all 3 levels. That's been the intention here in the second half. Wildcats doing a good job covering it up.
Schmidt clears out with the elbow. Missed the shot. Troxel clears. Her 9th rebound tonight to go with 7 points.
And great discipline from Davis to slow it down here, really get a high-quality look.
Stone, 3, right side. Largest lead of the night at 9.
And a timely bucket off the bench. Those are the kinds of plays that give you regular season title chances. One delivered there from Jasmine Stone.
9-point lead for the home team. Don't forget they led by 9 in the 4th last time CBU was here. And Barros, the first chip of the 9-point deficit.
And what an answer there. Talk about a response. You give up a huge 3. Moody erupts. You go and silence them with a 3 of your own.
A calm, methodical set. Troxel back to the basket. Cole now will go one-on-one. Into the corner, Stone, back-to-back trips, this one strong. And Barros a run out to Schmidt ahead of the defense. Troxel lets her go. That is when CBU's at their best. Defensive rebound into transition.
And some lag from this ACU unit on the floor here. These starters have played a lot of minutes. The only one not on the floor, or on the floor, who didn't start is Jasmine Stone.
That Barros rebound gives her a double-double tonight, 13 and 10. Stone downhill, cut off with help defense. Woodson a jump stop, left elbow. Thing of beauty, players making plays down the stretch.
That's just a fantastic shot there. Pump fakes Johansson, gets to that elbow and drops it down in the mid-range.
Woodson with 13. She and Hull the only 2 in double figures. Hull with 18 to lead the way. Johansson, another quick trigger. That's the shot the Wildcats want defensively. And now Hull by herself in transition. Stripped by Nordstrom. And Barros the loose basketball. She's by herself, the other direction. The floater goes. Four-point lead for the Wildcats.
I've got nothing else to say besides that's Western Athletic Conference basketball right there.
The finale of the conference championship on the line. Troxel defended by Schmidt. And Barros leads the break again. Nordstrom lost the dribble. Whistle, Jared Olson a timeout. He'll bail out Nordstrom, who lost possession. A 30-second timeout. And CBU will have possession with 20 on the shot clock.
Peyton Hull out in front, tries to get the layup up, it's stripped, and then a loose ball, just has to huck it up. And a collision there with Schmidt, and Troxel leads a 2-on-1, but then just a fantastic little hook shot. Baby hook there down near the restricted zone. That's a great shot from Barros.
Take a look at the senior, Brianna Davis, her final game here at Moody Coliseum. Bree, great 2 years here. Started her career at the University of North Texas, but she's been here for 2. 45 consecutive starts now, the team leader in assists, and what she's done over the last 4 weeks for this Wildcat program will be something she'll be remembered as this season plays out.
Without a doubt, and she had to take over last year. Started those 45 consecutive starts when Mia Rivers tore her ACL. Another transfer who came in similar to Davis was able to mentor her a bit, and Davis has really taken it upon herself this season to lead this team, even if it's not with the stats. It's running the offense. I mean, as the point guard, you're tasked with the most difficult job in being the quarterback, the leader, the commander on the floor.
Johansson, the offensive set, out of the timeout. And CBU right back within 1 possession. Davis downhill, Schmidt a hand check. It's the first on Grace.
And nice drive there from Davis, establishing the offense down low is going to be big for the Wildcats to get 3-ball going back again down the stretch here.
Closing out on Bree Davis. Julie said the only regret she's had with Bree Davis is she only had her 2 years and not 4. Started that career at North Texas before making the transfer. Hands all over the place, whistling a jump ball call. That's a quick jump ball. Possession facing CBU.
And Peyton Hull ping-ponging around about 3 Lancers down there. The Abilene crowd wants the foul call, and I don't blame him. There's some contact there, but this one's been physical from start to finish now.
CBU's hit 4 of their last 5 field goals. Offense works through Johansson. Contact, no whistle. Johansson with the left hand. We're tied. Home crowd wanted a charge as Woodson went flying with the contact. Woodson over to Davis. 3, right wing. Wildcats back on top.
That is a huge answer from your senior leader. She's making it a senior night to remember, trying to win it for herself there, but that's just a team first play. That's a huge response.
Only her 4th double-figure game of the year, but it's her 3rd in the last 4 games. Wildcats by 3, 2 minutes left. Johansson to answer, and she does. $19 for the senior on the other side. See if Hull gets a touch. Woodson downhill. 10 on the clock. Troxel back to the basket. Davis, she'll try again. Looked like it slipped out of her hands as she shot it. And CBU a chance to take the lead. Nordstrom on a scissor cut with the left hand. Bounces out. 60 seconds left. We've had 5 ties, 7 lead changes. Nothing decided in 39 minutes. 10 left on the shot clock. Troxel with the dribble on Schmidt. Woodson in desperation, up and under, missed the shot. Offensive rebound. New 20-second shot clock, and Julie Goodenough wants a timeout.
And it came about a minute later than I expected it to. The offensive set that they called just wasn't working against the Lancers defense, and that's how it's been pretty much all game. A lot of improvising for the Wildcats here. Right about here, I would have expected the timeout. It was covered up. Just get it. You've got a couple to give, couple down the stretch, sub a minute, and credit to Erin Woodson keeping that alive, and then the poke out to Jasmine Stone. That's just a hustle play. Nothing the Abilene faithful are surprised by.
The offensive rebound has gone the way of CBU tonight, 13-7, but that might be the biggest of all of them, an extra possession with 30 seconds left. All right, Roman, you're Julie Goodenough, 17 on the shot clock. What's the conversation here?
It's try to get it down low and then kick out to Peyton Hull. She's your WAC player of the year. She was your WAC freshman of the year. That's the hand you have to rely on in these clutch moments, and that's something that, you know, CBU is going to be expecting, but if you can swing it a little bit, get it really hectic, you probably want to use about 15 seconds of this one as well. Leave it to one shot for CBU and trust your defense then, but it starts with Peyton Hull, and if it's not Peyton Hull, honestly, the game script feels like it's Bree Davis. A left-handed layup to take a 2-point lead, something she did last Saturday against Utah Valley. Could see that here tonight as well.
Davis did it back-to-back trips versus Utah Valley, a back-and-forth 1-point deficit, 1-point lead. Bree Davis with layups on each of the last 2 possessions. Very similar feel here with 30 seconds left. Woodson, Troxel, Hull, Davis, and Stone on the floor. Nordstrom, Schmidt, Johansson, Barros, and Alonzo. Davis right side. Hull a touch with 7 with a screen. Pass to Troxel, blocked. CBU has it. And the Lancers will get the final possession.
That's a beautiful backdoor pass here from the Wildcats. They got exactly the play, exactly the look, taking a look. There's quite a bit of contact there from Alonzo on the backside.
It's been consistent tonight. The officials have let these 2 teams play.
And I'd argue that one goes past physical. That's probably a call you need to give there. And Julie Goodenough wants the double dribble. Now 15 seconds, tie ball game. Boo Boos are out in Abilene.
What the heck is this? That's the third time!
It's another look here. Great look for Troxel. But now CBU, a chance to draw up the final play. Third meeting of the year. They've split the first two. They've won on each other's home floor. ACU a 12-point win in Riverside in mid-January. CBU a 3-point win here just 3.5 weeks ago in early February. Johansson with 19, Barros 15, and a double-double, 15 and 11. Schmidt with 12, Olsen with 10. Pohl has 18, Woodson 13, Davis with 10. Shot clock is off with 15 seconds left. Barros to inbound far sideline. Pick and roll with Schmidt has worked tonight. We'll see if they go that direction. Nordstrom runs the point. 10 seconds left in regulation. Nordstrom works on Troxel. Contact, whistle, charge call. Peyton Hull takes the charge. And ACU a 3.1 to work with.
And as timely of a defensive play as you can have, a great awareness there, knowing that was where it was coming. First girl lifting her up is Emma Troxel, leads the team with 21 charges this season, gives her a bump in the chest. That's a huge play from the player that we thought might have the game winner on the previous possession. Comes and does it defensively.
Peyton just outside that restricted zone to take that charge. The 59th charge of the year taken by this ACU defense. One more look at the help defense by the junior.
And you said it, a mind-blown CBU bench. You didn't say that, but you said just outside of that restricted zone. That's fantastic awareness, veteran experience. It's the mental side of this game that people forget about. You know, the physicality of being able to shoot the threes, play the defense, all that stuff, but it's the mental of, hey, be in the right spot and grabbing the stomach there probably didn't feel too good.
The timeout advances the ball into the front court, far sideline. Davis to inbound with 3.1 left. Woodson, downhill at the buzzer. Overtime in Abilene. 40 minutes, not enough. We'll put 5 more on the clock. Woodson, a good look. Just left it short off the glass.
Just to the right on that drive there. That's a fantastic look for the Wildcats, but can't get it to go.
5 more minutes on the clock. Conference championship on the line. Overtime in Abilene on the other side on ESPN+. 40 minutes, not enough. We'll play 5 more with the conference championship trophy in the balance. ACU and CBU, 63 apiece. Another look here, Roman, at Aaron Woodson. A good look. It was contested, just left it short.
Yeah, got a layup opportunity there, but like you said, missed it just short. That's a tough one that the Wildcats definitely want to have back. Aaron Woodson for sure wants to have back, but hey, you're on the home court. This crowd is fired up. Now you got 5 minutes to go continue to give yourself a chance to win this conference outright. And for CBU, you're on the road, you're in the environment, you've gotten this far, continue to swing away. We talked about that in our open. This head coach Jared Olson, he's been around, he knows what to tell his team here. It's going to come down to execution.
ACU has not played an overtime game yet this year. CBU has played 1. They're 1-0 in overtime. Still no foul trouble really for either team as we start the overtime period. Barros and Lauren Olsen with 3 fouls apiece. Brianna Davis, the only Wildcat, with 3 fouls. Everybody available for this final 5 minutes. So we'll re-jump here in the center circle. final season of the Western Athletic Conference, with the championship in the balance. Barros gives to Johansson, who won the tip, missed it. Barros a rebound. Both teams a little confused of what direction they were going to start overtime. Gave Barros a look, but she missed. Nordstrom gives to Felipa. Quick three off the mark. Schmidt got a hand on it, but tapped into the hands of Holt.
Yeah, Holt played all 40 minutes of regulation, likely playing 45 here tonight.
Davis over to Chavez. Long rebound. Woodson. Determination to run it down. She's got a double-double with that board.
And Chavez, the freshest legs for the Wildcats on the floor, played 22-42 in regulation.
Every possession here is just going to be laser sharp. 3 on the shot clock for Woodson. Shot partially blocked by Barros. Johansson, another quick trigger. Holt pulls it down. She wants to run 3-on-3. Johansson tonight, 8 3-point attempts, 3 for 8. Davis with that left hand on the reverse. Schmidt clears. Alonso. We'll give back to Barros. Already a minute and a half deep in overtime. Lob pass to Schmidt. Felipa now downhill with the floater. Missed it, got it back. Missed the second. Boy, CBU has missed a lot of those type shots tonight. 3 4-feet floaters. Two minutes gone in overtime.
And no Lauren Olsen on the floor for CBU. A tough night for her, but still on the bench.
Hull, pass across the paint to her junior teammate, Emma Troxel. Payton tonight, 18 points, 5 rebounds, and now 4 assists. Troxel with 9 points, 10 rebounds. Barros with space, got it to go. Got lost in a switch, all by herself in the right corner. CBU a 1-point lead. Woodson a spin to the baseline, a whistle and an Alonso foul. And Aaron Woodson free throws.
And a nice job continuing to get to the baseline, even when the looks aren't necessarily going. You talk about the game winner at the buzzer in the 4th. But hey, taking a look at the CBU possession here, just a great find. Barros plenty of time and knocks it down. That's just fantastic leadership. In fact, fantastic execution.
So Woodson at the stripe, a 75% free throw shooter. Lauren Olsen, after a lengthy breather, is back in here with 2:13 remaining, as is Jasmine Stone for the Wildcats.
Those fresh legs could be huge for the Lancers.
2-for-2 trip. Our 9th lead change tonight puts ACU back up 1. No Johansson on the floor. That's who Olsen came in for. Schmidt a touch on the right block. Extra pass, Barros. Her second 3 in overtime. Her 5th 3 tonight. She's got 21.
And she's 5 of 7 with a double-double. That is a clinch the conference performance if I've ever seen one.
Stone with a screen. Now to Davis, back to Troxel with a mismatch. Bounced around and fell out. Schmidt the board. Barros wants to run. And now decides better with a 2-point lead.
And something to take their time. No Johansson, so Wildcats likely defending on the perimeter more on this possession.
Olsen missed it. Schmidt aboard. Whistle and a jump ball. Wildcats have possession. CBU on the tap to start overtime.
A huge awareness there from Peyton Hull, ripping it right out of the arm. She was behind Schmidt. Schmidt didn't really know she was there. But man, what a shot that could have been from Olsen had it fallen. A big tie-up for the Wildcats.
We'll go under 1 minute here in overtime. Hull runs into a double team, whistling another jump ball. It's Nordstrom able to tie it up, and possession right back to the Lancers.
And another great defensive play here. They just sealed off the drive. We're ready for it. Peyton Hull loves that drive, and they get the jump ball right back.
Olsen gets instructions here from the bench. Gets downhill, kick to Barros. Another three, another make. Felipe Barros has taken over in overtime. It's a 5-point lead with 30 seconds left. Her 6th three of the night, she's got 24. CBU a 5-point lead with 30 seconds to go. Felipe Barros, 3 threes in overtime, part of her 24 points tonight. Clutch players making plays here at OT. It's a 2-possession game with 30 seconds left.
And Olsen, the drive to open it up, a nice backside rotation. She was all the way on the low block, and then just a no-doubt catch and shoot it there. Barros leading her team, the junior, a 24-point double-double in enemy territory with a chance to clinch the WAC.
Still time here for ACU. They got to get something in a hurry, down 2 possessions. Woodson a step back 3. Can't get the bounce. Barros has the rebound. And now whistle. And I believe a CBU timeout. And now for CBU, it becomes a free throw game, the final 20.5 seconds.
And it needs to be in the hands of your freshman. Olsen, believe it or not, I mean, this is a huge clutch situation to be in, but she's an 80% shooter. Nordstrom also an 80% shooter. Barros just a touch below at 78%. Those three is who the Wildcats don't want to have to foul, but that's obviously who Olsen's going to get the ball in the hands of.
CBU had a 5-point lead at halftime. ACU erased that in the third quarter, at a 1-point lead in the third. Extended the lead out to as many as 9 in that fourth quarter, but CBU chipped away, got it tied. Aaron Woodson, a tough shot at the buzzer to win it in regulation that missed. Sent us to overtime. And Felipe Barros, the only Lancer who scored here in overtime, all 9 points. And the Lancers have a 5-point lead. All 5 Lancers on the baseline. Looks like a football play here. Barros will inbound. We'll get it into Olsen. Still no foul. Wildcats trying to get the trap, and a late whistle and a foul. Wildcat bench right in front of them. Thought Olsen traveled. It's not bonus situation yet, so AC's going to have to foul a few times. Stone a deflection. Inbound now on the baseline. That's the tough part about officials letting you play, is no bonus situation as of yet.
And I'm going to go back to the play out of the huddle. Just flip the side.
Barros can't run the baseline this time. Get it in, Johansson. Trapped on the far side, whistle and a jump ball. Woodson able to force the jump ball with Johansson. Possession for the Wildcats.
Yeah, now you need a quick kick out 3, and then to do the same thing again there. You're gonna take a timeout to talk it over.
Julie Goodenough, a 30-second timeout. .2 left. Conference championship on the line here between CBU, ACU, and Southern Utah. Again, this is when the night started. A win for CBU tonight. They're the outright conference champion. ACU a chance to win the conference championship, but need a win tonight and a win Saturday. Control their own destiny with 2 wins. But a CBU win tonight, and it's an outright conference championship. Southern Utah on the outside looking in the 3rd place spot. If CBU were to hang on tonight and Southern Utah beat Utah Valley, ACU becomes Cal Baptist fans on Saturday. ACU would need a CBU win over Southern Utah to claim the 2nd place spot. But that's what it looks like for the race to 1st place. CBU is 14 seconds away. A technical foul has been called here on ACU. With possession of the basketball down 5, and a technical foul has been called. And I'm not sure who it's on or what it's about, but Felipe Barros just made 2 free throws and CBU has possession.
And must have occurred with teams going to the benches. A coach or a player says something.
ACU is out of timeouts. That's what the call is. ACU out of timeouts when they called. And now a Troxel foul. Olsen to the line. And still not bonus situation. CBU will have to inbound again. And the Lancers are 10 seconds away from their 3rd WAC championship. Joined the league in the 2018-19 academic year. Jared Olsen is leading the Lancers to their 3rd conference championship. They won it in 2021. They won it 2 years ago in 2024. And about to win the regular season championship for the 3rd time. He told me this has been the toughest of the 3. But the journey has proved successful. And CBU has done it here in overtime. One final trip for the Wildcats. Davis, her final shot at Moody Coliseum goes through. CBU will inbound. Alonzo to dribble it out. And the Lancers are the Western Athletic Conference regular season champions in 2026. Your final score from Moody Coliseum, CBU 76, ACU 69. Another 20-win season for the Lancers. It's their 5th in the last 6 years. And the regular season conference championship now at 14-3 with 1 game remaining, hosting Southern Utah at home on Saturday in Riverside. Felipe Barros, 26 points tonight, 11 of those in overtime. Lauren Olsen with 12, Emma Johansson 19, Grace Schmidt with 12, 4 in double figures. For ACU tonight, Peyton Hull with 18, Erin Woodson 15, Brianna Davis on senior night with 12. The championship goes the way of CBU. Felipe Barros with 26 points tonight, 11 in overtime. She is courtside with Daisy. Daisy, it's all yours.
All right, 11 points in overtime. You secured a championship for your team, the 3rd WAC championship for CBU. What does it mean?
It means a lot for me. We worked so hard as a team, and I think we just deserve this more than anyone. Abilene did a great job, but today was our day. And well, this is great, but all that matters is in a WAC tournament, so I hope we win there too.
With a game like this going into overtime, what was your thought process and how were you successful?
So I was just thinking I have to win this. I didn't play last year and it felt different, coming from injury. I was just I just gotta win. I don't know.
Coming off the injury and ending a season like this, what does it mean to you emotionally and what does it mean to go back home with a win this big?
It means a lot for me. Last year was probably one of the worst years for me in my whole life. And I don't know, I worked so much during the whole summer, during the season, and I think I deserve this. And my teammates helped me so much. So, well, we're going home tomorrow, but tonight we got to celebrate the win.
Absolutely. Congratulations and have a great night. Andy, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Daisy. Felipe Barros, 26 points tonight. Coach Jared Olson joins us, 11 of those in overtime. Man, talk about the play of Felipe those last 5 minutes.
Man, she just took over the game. That's what great players do. They make us coaches look pretty good. I mean, it was a really great game. I mean, I thought Abilene played really well. And I mean, you could see, both teams really wanted to win. And I mean, they really made us work for it. And honestly, it was one of those games both teams probably deserved to win. And, we were just lucky that Felipe came out there and just balled out for the last 2 minutes and just took over the game. It was awesome to watch. It was really fun.
Coach Olson, you told me earlier today when we visited this year, now your third conference championship, but of the three, this has been the one that has really been a challenge. I don't know if that's the right word for you, but just talk about the resolve of this team to get a regular season WAC championship.
I mean, one of our big values is resiliency, and we had some moments early in the year. I think we lost 6 or 7 games in a row at one point. And just to kind of find that courage and that toughness inside of you when it doesn't look like it's going to work, and then just to keep coming every day to practice and doing the work. We always say the work is undefeated, and it certainly showed that tonight, because they've just kept working all season long, and I'm really proud of them.
You spent a lot of time in Texas here in the last 5 weeks, your last trip here. Now you get to go home and celebrate at Riverside on senior night. How big is that on Saturday afternoon?
I mean, I haven't really thought that far ahead. I do know we're undefeated in Texas, so that's not an easy thing to do. We definitely did things the backwards way in the WAC. We lost a few home games and we won a bunch of them on the road. So we'll take it any way we can get it.
Coach Jared Olson, the final year of the Western Athletic Conference. You're the regular season champs. Congratulations.
Andy, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You bet. Great to see you. The Lancers win in overtime, 76-69. We'll send it upstairs. Jaden West and Zion Webb. Guys, take it away.
Yeah, man, thanks, Andy. Jaden, talk about this type of game. We've been on the front seat of some dominant and huge big-time games in the WAC this season. And CBU, they stay perfect here on the road, 9-0. They've done some special things. What'd you see from Barrow? She iced out the game, Jaden.
Felipe Barros, 26 points, a double-double, a dominating performance, specifically in overtime. 11 points, 3 threes. Just a great team win, though, for these Lancers. They really came through there in the second half, faced some adversity. It was a game of runs. You heard Andy say that throughout the game, and it really was. The Wildcats couldn't quite get hot at the right time. The Lancers did, and it leads them to their third conference championship here in the WAC.
Man, what an electric game is as we look at the final stats here in this game. Like you said, man, it was a game of runs. There was a lot of dominance, especially from CBU from that three-point line. They got electric and lights out in that second half. And that's one thing Julie Goodenoughf said, man. They got to limit the three-point games, and that's what messed them up last time against CBU. Talk about the way that CBU was able to keep their composure when it looked like it was going ACU's way, but then they ended up flipping the script here in Moody.
Yeah, both teams shot the three ball very well, but the California Baptist Lancers did what they do best. They rebounded at a very high rate, 48 total rebounds. They forced 14 turnovers, turned those turnovers into 18 points on the other end of the floor. But hey, Zion, 6 ties, 10 lead changes, the last 6 minutes of the regulation, and then, of course, 5 in overtime. Very physical, very fast. It was great basketball and nothing more than what you would expect from the top 2 teams in the standings coming into tonight.
Yeah, like you talked about, some great basketball here in the WAC. As we look at the standings, CBU, they did their thing, man. Now they're in that first place spot. They got that, but things are not all bad for the Wildcats. They still have a chance to get a first-round bye, Jaden.
Yeah, California Baptist winners of 3 in a row. They'll play Southern Utah at home in Riverside, California on Saturday. Abilene Christian, they got to go on the road to UT Arlington, try to get a win, seek that second seed. That way they can get a bye into the semifinals. It's going to be a big game on Saturday for Coach Julie Goodenoughf's squad, but for anyone in this conference, it's going to be big going down the stretch, this conference tournament. Anyone wants a chance to play late in March.
Yeah, man, we talked about how fun it's going to be in the WAC this season. We'll see next week how the conference tournament ends up playing out. That's it for us here at the desk. Zion Webb, Jaden West, Andy, we'll send it back down home to you, buddy.
Gentlemen, great job as always. Congrats to CBU.
Yeah, fantastic performance around the board for the Lancers here. Felipe Barros with a career night.
76-69, California Baptist in overtime. The WAC regular season champions. It's been a presentation of ESPN and the Western Athletic Conference. All games are airing live and streaming on the ESPN app. For the entire team, Roman Raffelli, Daisy Strine, Jaden West, Zion Webb, and the best TV production crew, ACUTV, led by Hutton Harris and Tyler Hatfield. I'm Andy Penny. Take care. So long from Abilene.